Hi guys, it's Moni here. Welcome to Learn Polish with Advans, and it's a real pleasure to be able to record a new lesson after quite a break, I'd say. This lesson is a requested lesson and it's on the dative case in plural. So I hope you are as excited as I am. Here we are. This is our dative in plural, and it's really, really easy. Let me just grab pointer here. So these are three verbs that I will be using today at this lesson to demonstrate how we can use the dative case in sentences, in a variety of sentences, really. And first of all, what I want to show you is that the dative case for plural is the same regardless of the gender. So it's pretty easy, right? So whether you're talking about masculine gender, feminine gender, or neuter gender, the ending for dative plural is going to be very transcendental right? So let's have a look here at this example. Kupuję, I'm buying. And here we've got the accusative case because I'm saying what I'm buying and then for whom or to whom. So here I've got a direct object, right? After my verb, I've got the direct object. I also have a subject here. I am buying, right? So I've got subject and verb. And here I've got the direct object. So my direct object, as you remember, or maybe not, from the lesson number, I think it was 74, 73, introduction to the dative case, and it was dative singular, right? We would use the dative case for indirect objects, right? So to whom or for whom we are doing something. So I'm helping whom, I'm buying something to whom, I'm saying thank you to whom. So this is our dative, right? However, when I'm using direct object, my direct object will be in the accusative case. So because gazeta, a newspaper, is a feminine noun, it ends with a in nominative case, it gets en in accusative, right? Do you remember? So that's, let me just underline it, right? Or maybe in a different color, so it's not going to interfere. So here we've got gazetę. Kupuję gazetę, right? We won't really pronounce kupuję gazetę. We just say kupuję gazetę, right? So kupuję gazetę, but to whom I'm buying my newspaper? I'm buying it for my parents, not to, but for my parents, right? So komu is my question, for whom or to whom, for whom, komu, and then look at this, guys, look at that, how easy is that? So rodzice is parents, right? That's my plural. Rodzic is my singular noun. So all I need to do is, if my noun ends with a consonant, I need to add So rodzicom, right? Rodzicom, when it comes to masculine case. So syn, synom. If I was buying my newspaper for somebody's sons, right? I would say kupuję gazetę synom, right? Now, I don't think in a very unlikely event, I would be buying a newspaper for dogs, but definitely a bone for dogs. So I can do kupuję kość, and it's an interesting sentence because kość is a feminine noun but ends with C accent, S accent, so kość, kupuję kość, therefore it doesn't change, right? So it's sort of, if you will, it's an exception. So kupuję kość psom, and here psom, we've got PS, right? And you can see that we've got a little alternation there. Psom. So what we do in that case, we take our diphthong ie, it's not really diphthong as such, but ie, PS, and I'm going to add the ending psom. It's not piesom, but psom. If you've been following my lessons, you know that it happens a lot. This kind of alternation happens a lot to those words that got ie, ia, ii, ij. I mean, so that is the case when we've got this kind of short, even one syllable, more so one syllable word. So psom, psom. But look, kolega is another masculine noun that ends with a. It's ten kolega, do you remember? So it's ten kolega, right? So kolega, although it ends with a, is masculine. Kolegom, all I need to do is to erase my a at the very end and add kolegom. Kupuję gazetę kolegom. The same happens with artysta, artystom, dentysta, dentystom. Yeah, so I'm truly sorry for an absolutely daft example here, but I think you know what I mean. So dentysta, dentystom, and rodzice, right? Plural, but rodzic, one parent, rodzicom, right? So rodzicom. Don't worry about this for now. It's these are our endings for the adjectives. So rodzicom. Okay, so PS, it's slightly different because we've got PS. PS also declines slightly differently, the word pies. So pies, mam psa, as you know, this is our adjective of the word pies. We say mam psa, don't we? Mam psa, right? Not piesa. Therefore, psom. Okay, not piesom, but psom. So this is slightly different. Okay, so kobietom. So we've got kobieta, masculine noun, kobietom. Look what I do. I just erase my last a and add on. This is so easy. So kobietom, dziewczyna, girl, dziewczyna, dziewczynom, kupuję gazetę dziewczynom, kupuję gazetę córkom, right? Daughter, córka, córkom, kupuję gazetę córkom, kupuję czekoladę córkom. I'm buying a chocolate for my daughter, so kupuję czekoladę córkom. Babcia, grandma, or grandmother, babcia, babciom. Składam życzenia babciom. Składam życzenia, let me write it down first. Życzenia babciom. So I'm wishing all the best to grandmothers for the Grandmother's Day, right? So składam życzenia babciom. Składać życzenia, to wish well, well wishing. So składam życzenia babciom. Składamy życzenia babciom. You will hear it very often in the radio. Today we're sending all our love and sending all our good wishes to our grandmother. So składamy życzenia babciom, kobietom, right? Psycholożka, a psychologist, feminine version of this profession. So psycholog, psychologom, if we were giving something to psychologists and they were masculine, or a group, we would say psychologom, psycholożkom, as psycholożka is the feminine version, psycholożkom, right? So this is quite easy. It's not as difficult, for instance, as the locative case where you have to think about so many things. So So when it comes to dzieci, dziecko is a neuter noun, but it's got irregular plural. So it's not dzieckom, as you would think, right? But it's dzieciom, dzieciom. So some dative forms will be slightly different simply because of the nature of the noun. Some nouns are irregular in the plural forms, and this is what happens to the verb, to the noun dzieci. So dziecko, it's the same with English. Child, not childs, but children, right? So dziecko, dzieci, right? So dzieciom. In this case, we will be gluing this to our dzieci, okay, to our, let me do it this way, dzieciom, to our nominative plural, dzieciom, okay, dzieciom. But in the instance of okno, okay, okno, a window, we don't need another we don't need that simply because we already have the O at the end of this word. So oknom, just stick M, okay? Oknom, biurko, biurko, biurkom, serce, now sercom. So what we want to do, we want to have just one vowel, which is O, at the end of the word, right? So dzieciom is slightly different, right? Because we've got this exception, if you like, dzieciom. So we've got I and O, right? But when we've got serce, we don't want to do that. We just want one vowel, sercom, okay? Sercom, not sercom, serceom, but sercom, right? And regardless if it's animate, inanimate, masculine, feminine, neuter, it's going to be ending, okay? Ending. So I can say przyglądam się, I'm looking at, przyglądam się oknom, I'm looking at windows, przyglądam się oknom, przyglądam się oknom. Let's look at the adjective endings, right? So im is the ending for adjective for masculine, feminine, and for neuter, unless our adjective consists the letter K, J, or H, which is unlikely, but K or J, let's say wielki, or G, sorry, not J, but G, wielki, for instance, wielki, wielka, wielkie, or maybe wysoki, wysoki, wysoka, wysokie would be the neuter version of that adjective. So if I wanted to say I'm saying thank you to tall footballers, I'm sorry for the silly sentence, but I'm saying thank you. So dziękuję, I'm saying thank you to, or I'm being grateful as well to tall footballers. I would say dziękuję, right? So dziękuję. Oh yeah. What have I done? Now, dziękuję wysokim piłkarzom. Piłkarz, a footballer, put at the very end of it, so piłkarzom, but wysokim. but znakomite. Znakomite, excellent. So I'm saying thank you to excellent footballers. Dziękuję. And here you already have it. Znakomitym piłkarzem. So after t, I don't need I only need I after k, g, and h. So dziękuję znakomitym piłkarzom, right? Nieszczęśliwa kobieta. Unhappy woman. Nieszczęśliwa kobieta. So nieszczęśliwa right? Doesn't require any changes. So nieszczęśliwym, erase A, kobietom. Pomagam, I'm helping, I help nieszczęśliwym kobietom. I'm helping unhappy women. Pomagam nieszczęśliwym kobietom. Przyglądam się, I'm looking at, przyglądam się otwartym oknom. I'm looking at open windows. Otwarte, again, t doesn't need any change. So otwartym oknom, right? As this is an introduction to plural, I think that's absolutely enough. In next lesson, I'm probably going to give you a list of maybe 20 or 30 verbs that would connect with dative in the case of indirective objects. Let me know what you think, whether you enjoyed it, whether it's clear to you. So remember, it's just an introduction. It's a basic Polish lesson. So I'm not going into a very deep and thorough detail of that case, but giving you just an outline of what to expect when we build sentences with dative, right? Thank you, and hopefully see you very soon. Bye.